The other option for welding, which you just saw on the screen as well, is this command over here, which is called the fixed weld. Now, the fixed weld is not used that commonly, but occasionally it can be used. It basically allows you to, so if you remember in the normal weld command, you just chose an edge and the other part, and the weld would go along the entire length of that common edge. But with a fixed weld, you are given the freedom to basically choose your points on the screen where you want the weld to be. So if you say fixed weld, then instead of choosing an edge, you can just choose one part and then the second part, and then it asks you for points. Now, it asks you for points in the form of a loop of 2 points each. So it'll be multiple requests for 2 points. So let's select, so if I press Control key to snap to any point I want, let's say I snap to this point and then I snap to this point. So that's the first weld over there. It's still in the command. And it's asking me for another 2 points. So I can then say from here to here, and then I can say from here to here. And when I'm done with it, I can press the middle mouse button. And when I press the middle mouse button, then it will create that weld object between the points which I have chosen. This fixed weld is, at this point in COMOSYS, it does not create a 3D view of the weld, but it will create the weld and it will show this weld on the drawings, and your weld lists, etc., will be prepared accordingly. Once again, you can call this to be an edge weld or a front and back weld or an all-around weld. All that will be taken into consideration, but it's basically used for places where you could, for example, use it when you selectively want to only do, let's say, a couple of, you don't even have to stay on the same edge. So in this case, I stayed on the same edge. Theoretically, you could use this weld to do two loops over here and 2 loops over here as well in one object. Those floating points in space would be recorded as the welded points. So it gives you freedom. In fact, those points don't even need to touch. The 2 objects don't even need to touch at those points. So they can be physically at a distance, and yet you could use the fixed point command, because this one is not really looking for a common edge between the 2 parts. So in that case, it gives you a little more flexibility. But like I said, for almost 99% of your usage, the first weld command will be sufficient.